Jumpa lagi bersama saya Dedi Wicaksono di atas Gudang, dan ini adalah Tales of Arise gameplay yang ke-22. Kita akan mengejar Almeidrea sampai ke docknya, maksudnya di pelabuhan. Kita akan mengejar lewat kapal ya. Oke, dan further ado, let's go and play. Let's go. Ya, terakhir kali itu sempat off session sedikit, jalan-jalan, mancing, dan dapetin pakaian di Old Forest. Ya, oke, saatnya kita pergi ke destinasi berikutnya di Hidden Wharf. Ada ruins. Nah, di sini dia.
We've reached our destination.
Yah, camping dulu yuk.
I hope we manage to catch Almeidrea soon.
I hope so too, before she can cause any more havoc.
You okay, Rinwell?
Oh, yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard now, okay?
Okay. Thanks. Oh, Hoodle. I don't know what to do.
Oh iya, by the way, saya sudah mengganti sedikit outfit nakama kita. Jadi lebih apa ya? Oh, by the way, ada, kalau nggak salah, salah satu di antara kita, di antara teammate-nya itu punya skill panel yang bisa di-unlock dengan favorite food, bukan sih? Of a solo round, grinding, ground training, ini apa nih? Artifact, Nova Solo, apa nih? Power Strike, favorite meals. Oke, Kisara ya. Jadi kita akan membuat favorite mealnya Kisara. Deep Fried Fish Experience Boost. Oke, Kisara it is.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much needed energy.
Yeah, pakai outfit lazy teacher. No, not lazy teacher. Snazzy maybe. Terakhir kali kita ngobrol dengan Sion. Ya, saat ini nggak ada apa-apa sih. Kayak dengan Rinwell aja. Kasihan Rinwell.
Mind if we chat a little?
Pakai rambut kayak gitu itu sebenarnya rambut
Poodle,
untuk berenang
let me
sih.
know if you sense anything. I wanna go back
Oke, range gua masih belum selesai.
to bed.
Me too. Oke, balik ke arah sini. Go to the wharf. Awalnya gue kira ini adalah tempat menuju ke Caliglia, tapi ternyata
A dead end?
bukan.
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
Yep, there it is. A ship.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danins. Think they were forced to work here?
This might not be the best place in the world to work, but at least you spend your days never having to worry about starving. You cannot head out to fish in the ocean, but if you don't mind river fishing, there's a good spot outside with all the fish you could ever want. Oh, oke. Tempat mancing kah dekat sini? Heavy treat. Okay. It's real unusual for Lord Almeidrea to come through here without letting any of us know ahead of time. She took off with a sizable posse too. Wonder what that was all about. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm glad just she didn't ask us to come along with her. Ya, jadi dia sudah kabur dia. Atau dia sudah ada di sini? This boat here used for shipping. Always take off with an empty cargo hold and comes back with a full one. Pretty big, ain't she? But compared to Lord Almeidra's personal ship, this thing's a cupcake. Oh, oke. Gue kira ini dia kapalnya. Tapi ternyata kapal secanggih ini untuk fishing doang. Menarik. I ain't been back to Nias in a long time. Kalian tidak tahu, saya melewatkan satu hal yang sangat krusial. Menjadi cairan. Makrel. Sayang sekali di sini tidak ada apa-apa.
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set, and we'll set sail.
Okay, I'm ready. Di sini nggak ada huhu. Ready to go. Just hold on tight, cause it's gonna get bumpy. Kapal mancing aja penuh dengan ornamen kayak gitu. Keren sih.
This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before.
What?
Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
The party disbanded.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat.
Oh, oke.
I guess
Mungkin
I'll
ada
check in on
huhut
everyone and
di
see how
sini.
they're holding up.
Nggak ada huhut? Huhu. No? Oke, jadi kita harus ngobrol dengan masing-masing. Ya. Oi. Rinwell. Ngapa kau nak?
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Sislodius Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadime. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Iya. Lo emang terlalu apa sih? Ya nggak tahu sih. Scene yang satu tuh terasa hipokrit menurut gua. Kita mulai dari mana dulu kah? Mari kita mulai ke Lo. Yep, too
I took a look
sentimental.
around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almeidrea, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
Yeah.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Ya, tapi kalau dipikir-pikir juga, Lo itu emang karakternya impulsif sih. Jadi mungkin dia langsung menghalangi tanpa berpikir terlebih dahulu. Jadi ada penjelasan logis dari sifatnya yang sedikit sentimental tapi artificial. Anyway, yeah, maybe Law has a thing on her.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus.
Lenegus.
How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved.
Oh, oke, jadi
Perhaps they
ditinggal
see
gitu
what's
aja
been
ya.
happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Interesting.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy, and to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the sovereign of Rena really that important to the lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain.
Greatest
thereof.
prize one can attain.
In that respect, at least. I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city? He didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danon versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer.
Gue jadi kepikiran sih, konflik antara Danon sama Ranan ini mengingatkan gue terhadap Palestina dan Israel. Israel jadi opresornya Renan, terus Palestina jadi Danon. Walaupun mereka bisa didamaikan, kalau misalkan nih kayak di Menancia ini, gue nggak yakin mereka akan sepenuhnya berdamai. Anyway, oh ya, kostum ini ya, ini gue yang paling gue suka sih. Kenapa? Karena paling berwarna, free, terus terlihat sangat apa ya, staple-nya main karakter gitu. Cuman gue nggak suka banget sih kostumnya yang ini, yang pakai armor ini. Apa sih namanya? Divider of Sin ya. Sin Cleaver. Ya, Sin Cleaver nih gue nggak suka banget sih, terlalu kaku. Terus ini Samurai Armor juga gue udah bosen karena Ghost of Tsushima. Sebenarnya kalau misalkan lagi asik, gue lebih suka pakai Heroic Surf ini daripada ya, atau nggak Boys School Uniform. Midnight Battle Garb juga asik. Ya, Trailblazer ini mungkin banyak spoilernya kali ya, jadi gue nggak akan munculin dulu. So yeah, Ocean Blue Battle Garb is my thing. Dan gue suruh Kisaraya pakai teachers.
You don't look so good. Are you all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niaz was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
Yep.
That
Nothing
said,
is black and white.
even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves.
Oh,
I
gitu.
saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
Not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know
Go on
that get on as
spectacularly.
spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again.
Tapi gue nggak yakin sih kalau si Alvan ini adalah Danan. Kayaknya sih dia Renan deh. Atau mungkin dia Renan Lord. Is it the fifth one? Maybe. Harusnya si Dohalim sudah tahu kali ya. Kalau misalkan dia Lord.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidrea's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cislodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its lake of death, and Niez its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed.
Dual shock gue bergetar kencang banget.
I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Woohoo! Vision
Do you still
averted.
not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise.
Something's hiding.
You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Oh no! Friends!
Yeah,
Friend
are.
zone. Alphen, you insensitive bastard.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to him. Almeidrea, I'll ask Mahavar.
Bum 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 bum. The ship had a better head start than I first thought. You wanna take a nap before things pop off? Now's the time. Masak-masak bisa nggak? Oh nggak ada. You cannot masak-masak on the board of ship, you know. Okay.
Look who's up. Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
Nice.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Interesting. Jadi mereka nggak ketahuan. Luar biasa.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin.
Nggak masuk angin apa deh?
Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Okay.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almeidrea.
Let's find Almeidrea. Alright. Bahkan jembatannya aja ornamennya ada banyak sekali. Mobile Fortress Gradia. Oke, harusnya di sini ada huhut, huhut. Members who have left, return to your party. Oh yeah.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
What's this? Oh, itu keadaan ocean.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah, the biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almeidrea plans to do from here on out?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last.
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Behind the mask? What?
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
She
I
said the
see.
same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Philosophical.
I see it.
Oh, okay. What's this? Hold on, this one actually made of astral energy.
Got it.
Okay, absorb. Interesting.
That went well.
Mari kita
I'm
beralih
fine.
ke sini.
Let's keep it going. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There.
My turn!
I'm ready. Go for it. Prepare to crumble.
Prepare for crumble. Oh, what's this? Low armor breaker. Nice. Reduce awakening requirement. Easier awakening over limit. Boost strike damage. Oke. Bagus ini. KO prevention. Saya bukannya sudah ada KO prevention ya? Oh, udah ada sih tuh. Nanti dulu lah. Oh, what's this? Weak point damage. Nanti aja. Oh, Alphen udah mentok. Over limit extension sama increase counter attack damage. Comrades in freedom.
Small.
Oh, nice. Absorb. Hello, everyone.
Hurricane strike! Ready to it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Oke, harusnya gue dapat 10.000
That was a little close for comfort.
achievement. White cloak and magic emblem.
Thus our
Cek sinak. One hit wonder. Yeah, gue dapat.
rank yet grows.
Oke, cloak ya, cloak. Cloak itu punyanya ini dia. Kemudian tadi tuh magic emblem. Magic emblem. Oke. Mungkin magic emblemnya level rendah kayaknya. Iya ini. No problem indeed.
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
I think so.
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almeidrea sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almeidrea's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almeidrea may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? Ugh, my head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almeidrea.
Oke. Kira-kira saya ada di sini. What's this one? This one?
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
Jadi dia nggak ada di sini.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking.
Nggak ada apa-apa di sini. Oh, ada sesuatu. Access key C1.
It's like she's
Saya ada 270 CP-nya. Halo.
Retreat if you know
Vandal Dragon.
This one's mine! Corruption!
further!
I'll shoot them out of the sky!
Shield from calamity.
Going in!
Exploit the enemy's weakness.
Be still! Here I come! You're finished!
Glacial Punch!
Lightning thrust!
Turn out of ammo! Crescent move! I owe you one for that. Where are you
Aduh,
going?
harusnya dia terbang nih tadi.
It's over!
Leave the charges to me!
Be still!
Annihilation! This one's mine!
Whoop.
It's on! You're mine! You
1, 2.
You're mine! It's over!
Don't suffer! This one's mine! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Dem.
Torn up!
An astral arch?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
One more! Hurricane strike!
I'm out of ammo!
Take it! No escape!
Pass through! Knock it into next week!
You're mine!
Tiger Blade!
Take this! Take this! Azure Storm!
This one's mine! On guard! In here! Good
Throw
on!
it again! Try hard, my turn! No escape!
Oke.
Burn!
This one's mine!
Here I come!
This one's mine!
Haha, nice one.
You're finished!
Lunar corruption!
This one's mine!
You're mine!
This one's mine!
Shockwave blast!
Hurricane strike!
You're mine!
Going in!
Dazzle! Here I come! You're finished! You're
Ready to go!
on!
Take this!
Dragon Force!
Tornado!
This one's mine!
Elusive deity!
Hurricane strike!
Azure Storm!
Do it!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Step back. This one's all law.
Healing the Wind Lord. What's that?
If Almeidrea's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danon mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with.
Oke, let's heal up. Tadi ada dua area, kanan dan kiri. Mungkin areanya sama, tapi kita coba yang kiri dulu. Karena nggak ada bintangnya di sini.
Only one last place to look.
Straight
Straight
ahead.
ahead.
Save dulu.
Almeidrea.
Alright, it's go time. Let's go.
There she is! Almeidrea!
Oh, di atas ternyata. Oke.
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almeidrea.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in the ends. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that made
Ya,
it.
membedakan sedikit
To
antara
say it was
game
all my
Jepang
fault
dengan
is simply
game
laying blame at the wrong
Amerika
feet.
adalah game Jepang tuh kulitnya flawless.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our
You
hearts.
guys have a perfect skin.
Atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable. Your heart is nothing but darkness.
What a fool! To think time
Aduh.
and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an
Apa
inkling of
namanya,
how things
exchange
actually
dialog
work.
ini sudah mulai
Such
bosan.
ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almeidrea.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
Akhirnya, ayo
These
berikan.
people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
Cuma gitu doang.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
Ayo balas dong.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed.
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not.
Ah,
That
well.
knowledge and power
Gimana Alvan
is all
bisa
mine to command.
menghadapi
And now,
musuh seperti
you
ini
will
dengan
witness what
mata
that power's truly capable of.
mungkin dengan mata tertutup kali ya.
Nesbold!
Another dragon? No, that's a big one. Oh, that's a really large one. Okay. Win? Alright. Nice assist. Dia masih mau pergi lagi. Interesting. Oh, ada dua.
Child, let me reunite you with your parents.
You with your parents. Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
take you down if it's the very last thing I do.
That's right.
Oh,
Flow
oh.
with me. Every step brings.
Oh ya, gue lupa. Go all out against bosses. Oh, pantasan ini gue habis. Ya sudah.
You're closer to being.
Gue bisa ngasih Astral Arts untuk ini nggak? Concentrate? Oh nggak bisa, dia mesti diganti. Let's see. Gue butuh Sion buat healing. Tapi dia di udara, berarti dia butuh nih. Gue butuh ini. Tapi dia Earth, Elemental. Oke. Ganti Kisara aja.
You're wrong. You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
Oke. Wow, let's miss. All right.
Shining supernova. Raging volcano. Into the shadows. Here goes.
Burn in hell.
Saving this one.
Asik ya, udah di udara sih.
Saving this one.
Lunar Rondo.
Dance in the wind. Air drop. Under the sail. Here's a raging volcano. You can't feel. I'll be saving this
Whoa.
one. More with that. Where are you going? Light after light! Ready! Raging cascade!
Ternyata nggak bisa jatuh dia setelah ditembak sama Xion.
Can't get out of this.
Ada aerial attack yang bisa Earth Elemental nggak ya? Hanya ada Air Elemental aja. Devastation mungkin. Luna Rondo ganti Devastation. Hop, 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 hop.
I'll be saving this one!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready!
All right.
Seal!
Far enough!
Raging cascade! Lunar Horizon!
It's over!
Air pressure! Seal!
Here I come!
Pile driver.
You picked the wrong side!
This one's mine!
Begin!
Permanent pressure!
Try harder! Not a chance!
Lunar corruption!
Here!
Gemini Aqua!
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning!
Take this!
Now or never.
It's over!
Okay.
Can't get out of this.
Annihilation! Seal! Not in your dreams!
Stay away!
You're mine!
Raging cascade!
Eagle Ray! Now you see what I can do!
Lunar corruption! Lunar blast!
Devastation! This one's all mine! Devastation! Try harder!
Ready to go!
Burn!
Run, two.
Devastation! Take that! Devastation!
Okay. Run, run, run.
Run! Radiant here! More where that came from! Florida! This one's mine! It's over! This one's mine! Do it!
Yes. Another strike.
Full throttle!
Boom.
I'm not done! Devastation!
Oh, no, no. Oh, menarik.
Can't let me hit on her!
Keep an eye on it! And take out the monster first!
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that!
Yeah, take it away!
Try harder!
Oh, oh.
This is looking good!
This isn't looking good.
Take this! I'm not... Stay still! Devastation! Can't move!
I couldn't
Mati.
make it in time.
This should do it!
Lightning contest! Lunar corruption!
Here I come! Shut up!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! You will!
Oke.
No rest for the wicked.
No rest for the wicked. Kasih item dulu. Peach gel untuk Elven.
Raging cascade! Primed and ready! Sealed! This one's mine!
This one's all mine!
Lightning
Looks
orb!
bad.
Wits about you, people!
Take this! You're finished!
Demon Lash! Far enough!
I can carve through armor!
Radiant pierce!
Here I come!
Hit!
You're finished!
Oke.
The
Uh-oh.
winds of judgment blow your way!
Chaotic disaster. Oh, 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 berbahaya, berbahaya, berbahaya.
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arts aren't so special. And now, they're mine!
I'm so special.
Not on my bit! Aqueous resuscitation! A new lead to the wind! Recover! I'll be saving this one! Ready to go!
Try harder!
Hang that!
Devastation!
Where would that came from? Mega Ray! Annihilation! Mega Ray! In here!
Take this!
Power of
It's
water!
over!
Take this!
You apart!
Lightning
Devastation!
defense!
It's over!
Oke. Cyclone.
This is some punishment.
Oke, life bottle, do halim. Oh, meleset. Aduh, mati. Terjebak. Thank you, healing circle. Whoa, Rinwell is dying. You can do this, Rinwell. Boom!
You will suffer!
It's over! Eat this!
Oke. Ah, ini lagi.
Her master core!
Not while I'm around, he isn't. Where are you going?
It's over! Devastation! Rinwell!
I'll never forgive you.
What?
Waha!
Now!
Woohoo!
I'll end you. Astral energy.
Say no more!
Oke. Oh.
You murdered my mother and father.
Now is the
But I'm
time.
not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to.
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
Mysterious swordsman. Come scan.
It's that swordsman again. Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you
Lord
here?
Foran.
No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Tuh, dilempar ke laut.
Volran. Years ago, the Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more. Stop right there! Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something!
Oh, nggak ketusuk. Menarik sekali.
Let go of me!
Tiba-tiba gue pakai armor.
Let me go!
Shion!
Alvin!
The blue sword.
Shion!
Alvin!
Oh, oh, dia kembali. The pain.
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign.
Da-da! Oh, how did that happen? Kenapa tiba-tiba ada palung di laut? Mungkin dia yang melakukannya. Oke. The spirit channeling ceremony will begin shortly. Oh, oke. Ini adalah memorinya Alvin sepertinya. Until then, you are to calm your mind and wait for the instructions. Ya, benar kan? Benar apa kata gue? Alvin itu Renan. Yes, Renan. True and true.
After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home.
Yup.
I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake.
Information terminal. Astral energy charging almost complete. Output stable. Standing by. Oke, seperti ini lab ya. Oke. Nggak ada musik sama sekali. Yang kita lakukan hanyalah ngobrol ke semuanya. The maiden will maintain control over things. You just focus on not breaking your concentration while the ceremony is in progress. If you want to see your home again, you'll have to do a good job here. 1273. Oh, okay. So you have a serial number. To be honest, I was beginning to sweat bullets if you hadn't worked out. Who knows what would have done. This is the first time we've managed to assemble Sovereign and Maiden ready for the ceremony after all. But see you make it all the way today has put my fears to rest. Sepertinya ada suatu eksperimen dan eksperimen yang paling berhasil adalah si Alvin. Is this the test subject, ma'am? Wow, it looks just like us. On the outside, maybe. Inside, it's as uncivilized as the rest of them. You haven't forgotten my warning from earlier, I hope. No, ma'am, no touching the test subjects, right? Nggak bisa ke sana. You're not allowed past here. Dana? Oh, oke. Ternyata dia masih Danan. Be patient, wait until preparation for the ceremony are complete. Oh, mungkin dia adalah Danan yang diculik ya. Interesting. Tapi dia nggak dikasih embedded. How about this one? Can't you Danans figure out where to go on your own? Or are you stupid? You managed to get lost in a tiny place like this? You have a job to do. Now do it. Return to your position. Udah. Let's go here. Daddy hasn't come home lately, so I decided to come visit him, but they won't let me go any further. It's not fair. Okay. Ada lagi kah? Wow. Confusing thingamajig. Looking at the statistic, a subject's biological sex appear to have almost no bearing on the rate of success or failure. Bearing. Kenapa punya anak? No? I don't know who got it in their head to start calling you sovereign. At the end of the day, you're nothing more than a test subject. Your only worth lies in your physical aptitude for the task at hand. Your thoughts and feelings are of no concern. Dia jadi sovereign ya, perwakilan. Then test subject as our sovereign, eh? Expect you to carry out your function without falling apart like the others, understand? Okay. The harvester we deployed on Dana is functioning as intended. It's gathering astral energy and transmitting it to lineages. I spent a lot of long days keeping a close eye on things, but soon that work will finally be over and I can get back to my little girl. And this one, another one bites the dust. Remember 1273, you are our only success story. Do not let all our hard work and research go to waste at any cost. Jadi dia hanya satu-satunya yang selamat ya. Sepertinya semua Danan sini diculik terus kemudian dijadikan uji coba untuk supaya yang bisa menjadi sovereign. Sovereign itu semacam kayak perwakilan apa gitu. Let's see. Maybe they want to make a god or something. Sovereign, you don't understand how much time and effort we've invested to create you as our lone success. We cannot risk losing you to injury at this stage.
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room.
Who's that? Sion? It's time, Alphen. Oh, Sion. Sion it is. It's finally happening, huh? Yes, we need to change into our outfits, then meet in front of the transference device. Is it Sion? Sepertinya berbeda sedikit. You'll finally be able to return home. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm so sorry you got dragged into all of this. Sepertinya bukan Sion sih, karena nggak ada suaranya. It's not your fault. Let's just do what we have to do and get this thing over with, right?
I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Naori.
Naori. Okay. Oh. Jadi Lenegis sudah hancur.
Alvin. Live for me.
No. Maori. No! Wait, please. Wait,
Gua ada di pantai, di gua. Oh, di gua beneran.
What was that?
My memories is coming back. Apa namanya Neori? Naori.
That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion.
Oh, it hurts. Everything hurts.
Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone?
I have my sword. Blazing swordnya ada. Tapi... Yep, it's gone. That figures. It needs Sion. Butuh Sion sih.
I need to find them. Better start looking.
Your party is disbanded. Master Core of Wind. Okay. Ganatharos. Iya, sepertinya dia Ganatharos. Alright. Kita sudahi dulu untuk gameplay kali ini. Terima kasih sudah menonton. Jangan lupa untuk klik like dan subscribe channel ini dan video ini. Kalau misalkan kalian suka dengan konten-konten saya dan supaya konten saya juga bisa di-deliver ke lebih banyak orang di YouTube. Oke, ya menarik sekali ya. Jadi ternyata saya kira Alvin itu adalah Renan, tapi ternyata dia adalah Danan yang diculik untuk eksperimen di Renan, yang akhirnya berbuntut pada sepertinya Lenegisnya hancur luluh berantakan ya. Terus kemudian dia diberikan helm supaya melupakan ini semua dan melupakan rasa sakit, dan sepertinya helmnya dipakai untuk membatasi powernya dia sepertinya ya. Entah kenapa jadi teringat Xenogears dengan Fei Fong Wong, dimana dia diberikan satu mental barrier supaya melupakan segalanya dan pada akhirnya membuat kepribadian keempat. Gading membuat kepribadian pertamanya dikungkung dan membuat 3 kepribadian lain. Oh well. Anyway, it's amazing. Ternyata ceritanya cukup dalam sih. Tapi sepertinya kita akan berakhir pada leg terakhir dari Ganatharos. Kita lihat saja. See you again next time and have a good one. Bye bye.